From an almost impossible Cinderella story to a real kick in the pants and reality check. We're in week 3 at Las Vegas. Bleeding money like a sieve. It's time to figure out just what this team really has. Are we a field filler or are we a contender? Let's take it away to qualifying at Las Vegas. So as always, I ran a lot of laps. Already screwing up. And we were about 2 seconds off the pace. So that's going to be fun. Car is a lot more loose than I thought it would be. And I basically have to back it down going into the corner. I can't brake in the corner like everyone else does. Because if I do, the back end comes around. And I think that's really slowing us down. Yeah, we're back of the pack. And I braked in the corner like I said I wasn't going to. That's actually the fastest lap that I've turned through all of practice. And I think it's going to be a war of attrition this week. Let's see where it goes. Wow, that was terrible. That was not good. We might have chased a little bit of time off. Yeah. 36th position. Okay. So here's the stage as we put it. Like I said, we're bleeding money like crazy. We're down about 200 grand in the bank. We can't do any sort of R&D on the car because we're spending money on repairing the engine and the chassis. We're on our 3rd engine and chassis right now, which I thought ranked pretty close to the other ones, but apparently it doesn't. 36th is not good at all starting off, and I think we're going to have to catch a couple of cautions. We're going to have to catch some cautions at the right time, and we're going to have to hold up for however many laps this race is. Things are looking pretty tough, that's for sure. We're going to see how things turn out. I do want to thank you all for tuning in once again for the week 3. The first 2 weeks we had a pretty good turnout. We love the fact that you guys are watching, so let's see what we can do here at Las Vegas.
Nascar Winston Cup Racing has hit the jackpot this week as we come to Las Vegas Motor Speedway for today's UAW Daimler Chrysler 400. I'm Joe Moore along with Barney Hall. We'll be bringing you all the action right here on MRN. What kind of things should we look for in this one, Barney?
Well, the good thing about the tracks like this, there's plenty of room out there to avoid accidents. I look for these guys to have a pretty clean run, and we probably won't see the big one that we talk about at some of the other tracks.
Hopefully not.
Barney has been called the Iceman because of his cool demeanor under pressure, but maybe the nickname Iron Man is more appropriate.
You know, that's right. Labonte set a record for consecutive race starts with
Frank Kimmel is starting in 4th.
That's over 20 years without missing a race.
Oh. Oh, dear. Okay. Fire 'em up, boys. Let's rock and roll. I gotta be honest with y'all. I'm not looking forward to 27 laps here. The car is very loose, and I think it's only going to continue to get more and more loose throughout the runs. Like I said before, I have to back it down before anyone else does so that I don't wipe out. And I think we're just going to see some really slow lap times. I've already got guys passing me. I have to stay off the wall and off them. And I really do think it's going to be a war of attrition for us. It's so loose. It's so loose. I'm doing everything I can with the controller to keep it from bouncing off the walls and from spinning out, but it is very, very loose. I'd almost rather take the outside line like we are right here. A lot of guys checked up there. But this way I can be a little more loose into the turns. Oops, sorry, Schrader. This way I can be a little more loose and not have to worry about taking somebody out. And really, when I put it on the bottom of the track, it's pretty hard to hold on to. Right now we're cruising around in 35th. And the leader's already put 6 seconds on us. That was not a good entry into turn 1 and 2. But apparently we're going to pass a whole bunch of cars, so I'll take it. No, we're still in 35th. Okay, yeah, that works. Yep. Hopefully the tires hold up. I talk way too soon. What I was going to say was hopefully the tires hold up longer than everyone else's. Especially with the way that we're backing it in, but I don't know. I just don't know. Could be a lot of cruising around just trying to gain some points and trying to gain some money and not wreck the car so we don't have to fix it. If you guys want to see me do more detailed information on what I'm doing with the car in the off weeks, let me know, and I absolutely can. I've just been kind of breezing by it. Just kind of breezing by it. Jeez. Just about... the back end just about took off there. What I was trying to say was I've just been kind of breezing by it and not really putting a whole lot of focus on it. But I can if you want me to. Well, Bill Elliott wiped out in front of us. That might bring out a caution. Then again, it might not. Why would it? It's not like he just backed it into the wall. However, the good news is we're up to 31st. We're falling way behind the leader, but we've gained some spots. My best lap so far is nowhere near where my best lap was in practice, so that's not good. Maybe with a little cleaner, that'll change. Back it down way early. Ooh, checking up the racetrack. When I went online and looked at, some of the user setups that I've seen or that other people loaded on there, a lot of them called for an even more loose race car. And that just wasn't something that I could operate with. I like the car to be a little more snug. Hey, the good news is we're gaining. We are gaining, and we are within our pit window. Because from here out, if we pit, we can make it. Almost wondering if we pit early. Do we pit early? I'm thinking lap 10. I mean, everyone else is just basically pulling away from us besides this small little pack we have here. I really don't want to have cooked tires for the end, but pitting early might be our option. It's either going to be pit early or pit late and pray for a caution and hope that we trap a bunch of guys a lap down. It's a real gamble, though, because if a caution doesn't come out, then we are screwed. Go. Here comes... Whoa! We lost a lot of time there. That wasn't good. Okay. Time to focus, Turk. Time to focus. Especially if we're thinking about pitting this time by. What do you think? What should we do? Should we pit? Should we stay out? Should we pit? Should we stay out? We got to make a decision here in half a lap. I feel like we're... Yeah, it looks like some other people are pitting. They're diving down. I think we pit also. I think we pit also. Oh. All right, 4 tires and fuel. We're with the first of the people that are pitting, and hopefully that works out to our advantage. The last thing that we need right now is a caution. We would be put laps down, and that's not good. Good pit stop, fellas. Good pit stop. No mistakes. We cannot afford a mistake right here. Amazingly, I'm not going to say it. I'll say it after the race because if I say it now, I'm going to wreck it. I'm going to put it in the wall. Couple tire marks because we did get into a couple of guys. That's my fault. My bad. We're coming out 40th. It is not clear to enter. We're still going to swing up there because the car is uncontrollable. All right, now we just got to log some laps. We got to get our lap back. Not spin out. Need to get our lap back. Maybe get a couple of positions. And then hope for a caution. Wow, the 9 car's got quite a bit of speed for wrecking earlier. Ooh, that was a decent... And then it starts to come around. I basically just can't talk us up at all, because as soon as I start talking us up, we wreck. Just shut up for the next 15 laps. Ooh, baby. Now, I will say that so far, good news has been we've stayed away from Bodine. Bodine was not happy after last race, where we got into him several times. He took to Twitter to voice his opinion. And he basically said that, you know, one race is okay, but second race, and he'd be gunning for us. I think we're going to end up... Oh, wow. Wowzer. Let's see how this all shakes out. A lot of cars down pit road. I don't know that we're going to gain any spots here. And that pack is pulling away. Oh, gee, mini Christmas. Elliott Sadler's all over our rear end. And we cannot keep the back end from moving around. That's for position. I guess pitting early wasn't the right decision. It just wants to take off on us. I feel like because we cannot be as aggressive going into the turn as everyone else, we're just falling back like crazy. 12 to go, and we are losing ground, not gaining like I thought we would. That is not good. That is not good. I had to really check up there. Would have been in the wall for sure if I didn't. I mean, if anything, we're staying consistent in the 33-second mark. As I almost put it in the wall again. It's going to be a tough last 10 laps. Yep, there it is. I don't know what to do. We didn't change anything in the setup. We got new tires on it. I'm doing everything I can to run the same line and the same laps that I have been. But you saw it. It just took off on me. This is probably going to be a 34-second lap. 34 and a half. 10 to go. And quite honestly, I didn't take a look to see how far behind we are, but we might be trapped a lap down because of how far back we were prior to pits. So there's good news for you. I mean, I am foot off the gas. Yeah, we're down to 130, just under 140 miles an hour in the turns. Beginning of the race, I think we're at like 145. 31 seconds back. So that's the leaders behind us, basically. They're running... Gee, mini Christmas. They're running 31-second laps. We're running 33. We're in trouble. We're just going to have to let them by. We can't hold them up, even though I think at least one of those cars is for position. Hold it down, hold it down. I'm trying to hold it down. I am not trying to block them right now. Car's loose in, tight off. Well, the good news with this is that there's one less lap that we're going to have to run. But I don't think we're going to be able to... Gee, many Christmas. This thing is a beast right now, everyone. This is a beast to run. I can't do anything with it. So yeah, the good news is we're going to have one less lap to run. The bad news is that we're not going to make much money off this. I don't know how we're going to get any R&D out of any of this. We're just going to have to hold on, I guess. I don't want to hold up Dale. I feel like he wants to go high. I really can't go low. Tail end of that is for position, but I'm almost wrecking, so he's going to take it. No, he's not. We're going to block him. I don't think I've got 5 more laps of blocking in me. I really don't. We're going to be looking at a 40th place finish. Shoosh. There's just nothing I can do. I'm wheeling and dealing. White knuckle right now, everybody. But there's just nothing. Oh, and then Kurt's going to run into us. That's nice of him. That's all right. We like Ryan Newman anymore anyway. Fuel is getting low. Why are we draining fuel so bad? At this point, we're just hoping for a top 40 and to finish without wrecking. It is plowing coming out of the turn and breaking loose going into the turn. I'm going to lose, I think, another spot here behind us. That's all I can do to hold on to it. Oh, dear. Oh, my. Oh, dear. Oh, my. We got Block City going on here for 37th place, and he's going to take it there. There's nothing. I got nothing. And apparently we're going to run out of fuel, even though we should have been within our fuel window when we pitted. Wonderful. Am I starting to sound like Kurt Busch when he raced for Phoenix Racing? Joke! It's a freaking joke! Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, that adds some insult to injury there. Well, again, obviously I spoke way too soon because I talked about just riding around trying to make 40th position and not wreck the car. And what did we do? Well, we lost 40th position and we wrecked the car. And that's it. That's the end of the race. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Just flat out wrecked. That's going to look good. It's going to be some pricey repairs. There's nothing he could have done. There's nothing Casey could have done. He'd have to be able to stop on a dime. That's the race. Who won? Is that Ricky Rudd? Yeah, Ricky Rudd won the race because we blocked Mark Martin, unfortunately. And again, we weren't trying to block Mark. That wasn't our intention at all. The car just wasn't handling.
Well, I can assure you all those guys who finished in the back would like to have seen more cautions, give them a chance to make adjustments without the penalty of going a lap down. They just didn't have that luxury this time.
The Easy Care car didn't have much of a race.
He stayed in the fight all race long. Things just never quite went his way.
This has been Nascar Winston.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong at all. Let's make sure we get that music turned down before we get yelled at. He wasn't wrong. Yeah, we stayed in the fight as much as we could, and it just fell apart on us. I'm sure part of it was my driving style, but I really did everything that I could to hold on to it the whole time. And it just didn't want to. Yeah, 65,000 is, I mean, it's going to help us, but it's not going to save us by any means. Mm, mm, mm. Another tough week for y'all. We are struggling. Let's see where we're at in the standings. I'm speechless. Genuinely speechless. We are dead last. We are dead last. 358 points behind the leader. That's what happens when you finish dead last in all 3 races, I guess. That's pitiful, though. Absolutely pitiful. Okay. I don't know what else to say. You saw it there. That speaks for itself. Well, Atlanta's next week. Why don't you guys just take a dive in and see what we got going on here? In the garage. We have an engine being overhauled right now. It's going to have 1 more week on it before that's done. I think we're up to date on the Nope. We still have a chassis being repaired. So all 3 chassis are damaged. That's good. That's great. And we don't have much money in the bank. Where can I show that? It's been a while. I'm not actually going to do it, but to show you, we've lost money because we're finishing last and we have to pay our crew. So we're down to $240,000. We'll see how that turns out, I guess. We're going to have to start doing better or we're not going to have a team left. We literally will be a field filler. Oh, no, we lost a sponsorship. We lost our primary sponsor. And oh, wow. That's how bad we've done. When it rains, it pours. Well, oh my gosh. Let's dive into sponsorship, shall we? Or should we save that for the next race? Let's save it for the next race. Let's start the next week off on some good news as opposed to the bad news right now. Tough stuff. Tough stuff. Well, let's leave it at this. I want to thank y'all for showing up. I want to thank y'all for watching. For those of you that are sticking around, I want to thank you for sticking around with the struggle that we've had so far this year. That mistake that I made at Daytona is really starting to rear its head. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Please continue to follow us, continue to watch. If you wouldn't mind heading over and taking a look at the podcast, spinning our gears, much appreciated. But otherwise, I don't have anything else for you this week. I will see you next week at Atlanta. Stay safe. We'll get through this together.